Just thought I'd do a quick check-in to show what happened after the first Allied turn. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but we'll see. So you can see the British Airborne has spread out to, well, first of all, the couple units that were in here were eliminated by surrounding on a retreat. And I tried to get them spread so that they could cover the approaches from E. These circles with the E are the entry point for some of the German units that are coming in. You're going to have German units coming from all 3 out of the 4 sides of the map, so that's the really dicey thing for the Allied players, fending off counterattacks. I think this is the best I could do as far as getting units forward to cover the first or the 4th Parabrigade drop zone, and we'll see if it's enough for the handful of units that are coming for the German. Just had to try to keep them away from gaining control of that, at least for next turn when I can drop the 4th para. And then try to use the pilot companies for protecting the division drop zone. That's the only supply they're going to have. And then I got a couple units into Arnhem and a few on the way. Unfortunately, the railroad bridge was blown, but the Arnhem Bridge is intact, so that's how it stands in that sector. I'll go from this side of the map, it'll be upside down for the units, but you can see the general situation for the 82nd Airborne. If I can show you here, way over here, those are the bridges that weren't blown. So you had 4. You could see a couple there that are blown. There's one there, and one there, and that's a biggie. But in Nijmegen itself, the main bridge is blown, but the railroad bridge is intact. So there is a bridge that we've captured one side of, at least so far. The one thing I forgot to mention, and I forgot to do this, talking about the initial airdrop, the Allied does have 2 dice, a 2 dice roll worth of air barrages, and I rolled a 10. 10 is the maximum you can have per turn, and you can't do anything north of the Val, which is this river right here, just north of Nijmegen. So I was able to DG a number of units protecting Nijmegen, and of course you don't have zone of control with DG'd units, and that's how I was able to get in there. I was able to kill off a couple. And as far as drop zone and supply, they should be fine, 82nd Airborne, but we are going to have to, I left some units over here on the east side to protect the route coming in from those entry areas for the German. So they're going to have to fend off the counterattacks there. Then down on the 101st, unfortunately the 101st does not have a lot of options because of where they land. They're pretty far from Eindhoven, actually, which I think is interesting. I didn't realize they were actually that far. in the historical account, and we're going to have to fend off possibly C entry area here, and any units coming in this way. This is the outline of the far west outline of the 30th Corps, but they cannot move or attack into any hex outside of that dashed line. There's the other, the east side. So really all I could do is there. I was able to save a couple bridges here. You can see, but unfortunately this Saône River bridge is blown, so you have to deal with that. I haven't gotten this far yet. Again, because of landing in the polder, they really couldn't move very far. They're going to have to protect this area because there's an entry area, not this turn, I believe next turn German units can come in at B. One thing to keep in mind, that German units as a group, if a group is supposed to come in at an area, say B, they can delay a turn, go to an adjacent area, say C, and come in the next turn at that area, and they can keep doing that if they choose to. But you have to cover this, and even though I have a lot of healthy units there, not much for them to do except to try to get closer to attacking there and protecting that, and somehow get to Eindhoven before the 30th. Oops, sorry, thumb. And before the 30th Corps arrives, and they may get there before the, with the air attacks and these artillery that were off board. You can see that. I was able to DG a number of units down here for the German, and the overrun exploitation really does help, because I was able to get this protected in the sides and this narrow corridor, and get units, all these units with the yellow band are able to exploit and also, or overrun and exploit. So I was able to get in to Valkenswald, and next stop will be Eindhoven, although we'll see as far as whether there's any reinforcements that enter. It shouldn't be, there are no entry areas except at B up here. I believe that's it. And then there's L. So I actually should be able to get to Eindhoven sooner than later, because we get some more Guards Armored Division units next turn. So we'll check in after the German turn. Catch you later.